Located in Beckett House above Wagamama's, Wessex Cancer Trust Salisbury Support Centre hosted their first event focused on living well with and beyond a diagnosis of cancer. And with the help of professionals from Salisbury District Hospital, they brought together a day of education and information.
There are more and more people now who are living, having had a cancer diagnosis, and they're living really well. But McMillan Cancer Support did identify that actually people struggle many years maybe after their cancer diagnosis and treatment. So we need to provide support. They might have side effects from treatments that they've had, and we need to address this need that's been identified. And also the other really important thing we need to do is link all the treatment and all the input we put from the Salisbury Hospital and when people leave us and go into the community, and we need to make sure that they feel supported and have the information and education that they need.
The day included receiving information about early studies indicating that exercise can be beneficial to cancer survivors.
Already they show, for example, with breast cancer, that actually people are recovering and having their treatment, and their outcomes are better if they have exercise before, during and after treatment. So this is evidence that's been actually demonstrated to us that exercise, just being one of those things, a diet as well, can make a difference to how we are in the long term and how we live and we can do that. We can make a difference.
Living well is about understanding how people have been coping with the diagnosis, how they've been coping with their treatment, and how, since their treatment has maybe finished, the things that they've been doing themselves to live with their diagnosis in a positive way. And as a support centre, we're here to help them do that.
I've been coming into this centre since it first opened, and I've had an awful lot of help from it, even just by sitting chatting to people. It's nice to come in here to relax and to get useful information.
The centre provides a safe space for people to come along, and they can be listened to, they can be signposted to other services, and they can access any kind of support that they feel that they need to help them or their loved one through a diagnosis of cancer, which can be a devastating experience for anybody.
I was diagnosed way back in 2000. Just after we buried my sister-in-law from breast cancer, funnily enough, and not funny, but you know. And I can remember being very angry, so angry. I haven't heard many people say that with cancer. They have lots of different things, but I felt such anger. I was so busy. I was working in the High Court in London, and I didn't have time for cancer. And I can remember the first chemotherapy treatment, being so angry and not wanting this stuff going in my thing.
I found by talking to other people, in particular other people who have had a form of cancer, irrespective whether it's the same form of cancer that you have yourself, gives you a lot of help in the knowledge that some of the things you're going through, they have gone through the same thing, and you can pick up tips from what they've actually done to overcome some of their problems. And I found more so with ladies, they seem to have the impetus to get up and go, rather than the likes of myself who has many times felt sorry for myself.
17 years on from her initial diagnosis, Frances is now a volunteer at the centre and says what's worked for her mental and physical health is to keep it simple.
Eat simply. Cook your own food if you can. I know it's a busy life, but you can. It can be done. Keep involved, but you don't have to fly around like a mad thing. I do very little. I walk. I practice yoga and meditation.
I know I should exercise more, and I have got to get out and do that sort of thing. But now I've got the support more of my wife, because she's got to do the same thing. So we are starting to go out together, walking together.
Shan Robins, That's TV.